something I wanted to talk about, because I'm out here just kind of brush hogging down our hayfield, is it a good idea to brush hog your hayfield, and is it an effective way to get rid of weeds? Because I know when we first bought this property, I did it, and somebody basically was yelling and screaming at me saying that I killed my grass and it wasn't going to grow because I, brush hogged it and all the dead grass landed on the grass. The truth is, when you brush hog a field and you mulch up all that grass, now the mulching of a brush hog isn't as good as a finish mower, but if you have a lot of weeds and you've got some small hawthorns growing up like we do on our field, it could be the only option you have. But what will happen is the grass that you're mulching then falls down on the ground, and it does two things. Number one, it retains moisture. So we're doing this in late spring, going into the summertime, and all this grass that we're mulching up is going to sit down on the ground and help retain some moisture for the roots of the grass. The other thing that it does is it puts a ton of nitrogen into the soil. If you do it on a regular basis, if you mow your lawn on a regular basis, that mulching effect will continue to provide moisture for your root system, and it will continue to basically provide nitrogen to the soil and kill off some of the weed varieties. After we brush hog our field this time, my plan is to go over it with a sprayer. We don't have a big sprayer, so it's going to be a lot of work, but I wanted to try and be a little proactive this year in killing off some weeds. If we want to put bison out here, or cattle, or anything else, the weeds are going to be a problem. And so we want the grass to grow strong. We want it to grow without weeds. The mulching effect of the old grass is actually helping that, and then the hopefully with the spray combined with the nitrogen of the cut grass, we'll be able to actually be a little more effective on handling our weed situation that we've been slowly growing for the last couple years out here. When you hay a field and you cut all the hay and you remove the hay, rake it and bale it and move it off the field, the grass looks real pretty because there's no dead grass on top of it, but you're not really helping the root system. So even if you're just haying your fields, I would suggest mulching them every now and then just to help retain some nutrients into the soil. The other thing you could do after you mulch like this is you could do a field burn and burn off some of the dead grass into the soil. That will also put nitrogen directly into the soil, as well as some other things. Burning is generally a great way to bring a lot of nutrients into your soil. I don't want to burn like a pasture like this. I don't have the resources to contain the fire, so what I'm doing is I'm mulching it, and then I'm going to spray it. And actually the areas where I had mowed last year before I broke our brush hog are relatively clear this year of weeds. So what I'm doing right now is I'm mowing down the areas that are covered in weeds, and that way I can spray those areas. Then I'll go back and mow the other areas unless somebody wants to come hay the grass. And the reason why I'm going to do it that way is so that I know, okay, this is an area that had a lot of weeds in it that needs to be sprayed. The uncut area is okay. If I come back and mow it again, chances are I'll knock out some additional weeds that might be starting to come up right now. If you don't mow your grass, the cut grass last year really kind of helped maintain the soil, and in some areas we have some very nice grass this year. But if we don't mow it this year, I mean, the cut grass is decomposed by now, and it will eventually kind of the weeds will make their way back up again. So it's definitely a process that you have to keep up on. It's something that we have fallen way behind on, but hopefully this year I can get on top of it.